Begin afresh every morning. Devotional thoughts for women.
Good morning, my beloved friends. Today, March 25th, 2023, our devotional is entitled A Guilty Conscience. The scripture reading is taken from Judges chapter 6, verse 10. I am the Lord your God. Do not fear the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you dwell, but you have not obeyed my voice. When the war ceased, there was no longer the threat of danger. The Israelites once again corrupted themselves with the traditions and customs of the people who surrounded them. So strong were the influence of their heathen neighbors, and so weak were their own religious convictions, that the Israelites soon forgot about God's wonderful intervention in their behalf on Mount Tabor and turned out to their former evil ways. In a further effort to awaken the people to their sin, the Lord again allowed their territory to be overrun, this time by the Midianites. The Midianites and the Amalekites were ferocious inhabitants of the desert who had maintained continual conflict with Israel since Moses had nearly destroyed them, and they desired vengeance on the Israelites. For 7 years, these bandits would come at the beginning of the harvest and would take everything, including cattle, wheat, and everything else they could find, forcing the Israelites to hide in caves and rocky mountains to save their lives. God did not work a miracle because He has a limit in His intervention in human affairs. God does not force our will, and if we choose a path that is contrary to His divine plan, He will not keep us from suffering the natural consequences of our decision. Perhaps the Israelites did not seek God's help immediately because of their guilty conscience. They preferred to flee rather than to pray. But finally, in their deepest despair, they turned to God in prayer and He heard their cry. Prayer is the answer to each of life's problems. It puts us in harmony with divine wisdom, which knows how to adjust everything in a perfect way. Many times, we do not pray in certain situations because, from our point of view, the panorama offers no hope. But nothing is impossible for God. Nothing is so entangled that it cannot be resolved. No human relationship is so strained that God cannot bring reconciliation and understanding. No habit is so deeply rooted that it cannot be overcome. No one is so weak that they cannot be strengthened. No one is so sick that they cannot be healed. Everything that we need, if we trust in God, He will apply it. Seek God as your first recourse and not as your last option.